Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming. I got sent this box from Mr. Glaze. It's another Matthew. It's not the Mr. 1T, it's a different one. And he's got like all these codes all over the back side of it. So in the front and the side and the left. If you guys want to pause and try to get that stuff, I'll show it all to you. There you go. It looks like there's a card right there that's been taped over. We might attempt to see what that card is. It's got codes on every single side. So that's pretty cool. But it's still completely sealed. We're going to open it up right now, see what we can get. I really don't know what to expect. I think he said that there was an Unbroken Bonds box in here that had like bulk stuff in it. And then there was a Unified Mind box that was that had some pretty good stuff. I hit right for that card. I'll get around that sucker. Okay, so I can go this way. There we go. Alright, so it's a top that opens. I don't want to mess these cards up. There we go. Okay, well check it out. He has more codes inside. Got like a dark ride back there. There's a code. There's a code. There's a code. There's a couple codes right there too. Looks like he used part of a Pokemon card. Let's see if we can figure out what this card was. Oh, it was an energy. Well, at least it was an energy that he cut up. Probably the same thing there. Oh, check it out. More codes. Got some on the left side and some on the right side. I'm glad I opened it up on the right side. I'm going to start off with we got us a Jumbo Charizard GX. These are always really cool. I had a ton of these myself because, man, this collection box was just killer. I mean, it had this promo. I think it was the first, like, GX full art Charizard. And, man, they were hitting on point with the packs, I think, that were in it. Had the regular size promo, had a pin, coin, all that good stuff. Alright, so here's Unbroken Bonds. I think he said most of this was bulk. There's no more codes in there. Alright. And then here he says last. It's the Unified Mind one. Let's see what we got in this note. TCA, this box is smaller but has some better cards. Open small box last. And then there's another code. Very creative. To TCA from Chef Star G. Alright, let's see what we got here. We'll start off with this pack, whatever's in here. Maybe those will do at the very end. Looks like we're going to start off with some reverse holos. Let's scoot this back down again. Make it a little easier on my wrists. There we go. Looks like some Unified Minds reverse holos. Young Goose, wonder what those are. Looks like a variety of reverse holos. Those Mooners kind of look a little different. Crow, got the two Dratinis. There's another Dratini from a different set. Wishy Washy, which that got popular there for a little bit when the big GX card was doing really well. Ooh, check out. Always like Lapras. There's a Murkrow. Got some dice, counters, the GX card, or the GX counter. Let's see what we have here. Uh-oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, there's the Executor Secret Rare from Evolutions, which this bilingual Executor is technically, I think, is the third print. There was one in TMB, the Tropical Mega Battle Showdown, whatever, that was printed. It's super rare. It's like a I think it's non-glossy. I may be wrong on that, but there's a glossy version for sure that's $30 to $50, something like that, Japanese. We got Elemental Hero Escurideo, I don't know, I'm not sure. Arcana Force X, the Dark Ruler, and then we got Photon Cerebrus, SP13. Not familiar with those, so I don't know if those are very expensive or not. And then we have Unified Minds. Most of my Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge is limited to the original sets. I mean, I do know some about some of the retail that come out after 2016, but you know, not much at all. Looks like we've got a lot of, oh, check out, it's got some rares. Looks like a lot of rares. Those were all rares. I think that Carbink is as well. Cresselia, you got a legendary Pokemon right there. Maybe he was just sorting these out, like he opened up the packs and then he sorted out, you know, all the stuff that was left in here. Pretty cool artworks on this Pikachu. Always like the bulk stuff. A lot of the bulk that I get in like this, I usually send off to Troll and Toad, and the reason I send it there is because they can get your cards down to like 25 cents. If I sell this stuff on eBay, I mean, you got a minimum sell for $1, but you can, you know, put it on Troll and Toad, and they actually, it's like 50% of the fees for that kind of pricing. So if I sold this card for 25 cents, you know, I'd make, you know, 12 cents roughly off of it. But a lot of times it's a good place to send bulk, just to let it sit. I mean, you also have to pay them for time, for sorting, and different things like that. So I mean, you probably don't even make anything off of it. But it's a good way to make cards available, because I know a lot of people who go to Troll and Toad to buy cards like that, because it's a lot cheaper. It's an easy way to fill up the spots that you're missing in your binder. It used to be like that, you know, with all of the old sets. I mean, you could find everything for 25 cents. Even the Holos from base set you could find for like $1. I mean, you could find them for $2 at a time. Just because there was so much inventory that they had there. It's not like that now, of course. But that's just basic supply and demand. That's how it goes. Let's see where we're at. Looks like he's got some of those turned around. So we'll look at these and then we'll look at those other ones. I keep hitting it and then you'll scoot back a little bit. We'll try to go through this bulk a little bit faster. A lot of you were selling me bulk. I don't really buy it too much anymore. I was getting so much of this stuff. Plus, it's almost like the shipping costs a little bit more than the bulk itself for the money that you can get for it. But if you're like me, you don't like to throw away any card at all. It's just like, if it's a Pokemon card, you got to find some kind of use for it. Usually when I get cards in that are terrible and they're bad condition, I know I can't send them anywhere to sell. I've got a few boxes that I just keep like a running. Well, I keep running out the rows where I just throw them in there. When the box fills up, I just basically, it's a freebie for something. I ended up dropping off those probably close to 250,000 Magic cards at Troll and Toad. I was just like, here you guys go, you guys take them. I have no use for these things. They weigh more than what I could bring for trying to sell this stuff, even in like a flat rate box. Hopefully they make use of it. I told them that it'd be nice if maybe they gave it to like a player store. And again, when I was up there, they weren't the store that they said they were connected to really didn't seem to want to have anything to do with Troll and Toad itself. It's like a lot of Pokemon cards, different Sun and Moon sets right here. There's the one Wishy-Washy from base, Sun and Moon base. These were turned around. There's some in here sleeve too. I'm just trying to save those for last. Maybe these are like more uncommons and rares. I mean, you got Thundurus right there, and you got different cards that are definitely popular. I think Pokemon does a good job of always changing up these artworks. Like, they do reprint some things, but it's not a lot. I mean, you got to be constantly on your game to be making up new Pokemon cards, moves, and different things all the time. But if they don't, then it's not going to stay current. So we definitely got some cards in here. They're in cases. Usually that means worth a little bit more. So we'll see. Oh, there's a code. So we got Red's Challenge. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. There's a code. Ooh, that was the Reshiram and Charizard GX figure collection. That's pretty nice. Got some Serenas. These must be like reverse holo and holo rares. Check that out. Yeah, those are some pretty good ones. Those white Curums. Those Fates Collide, I always like them. Crobats, Uxie, got Magnezone. Very nice. Garchomps. There's a Landorus and Hoopa. Spiritomb, Victini, Xerneas. Man, when Rainbow Road hit, man, it was like, this card was $1, you couldn't sell it, and then Rainbow Road hit, it got close to $20 just for this card, and people were running 4 of those things in a deck. It was like every deck that was out there, and then it dropped off again. That, I think it was Magirna that come out and as a promo, and it just like killed the deck, destroyed it, completely countered it. Alright, so here's the ones he says are pretty good, a little bit better. We got a Dragon Coin. Start off with these codes. Let's see if I can arrange them so that, oh, these things are all different directions. Alright, so we'll just have to give it our best shot so that someone doesn't scan them all in. Alright, so there's one. Unified Minds. Another Unified Minds. Just so you guys know, if you didn't know, if you go to tcagaming.com, I sell online codes. Like, you can get them emailed to you instantly. I've got probably 100,000 codes on there. I mean, this is crazy how many I've got on there. Now, I don't, I'm not saying I have 100,000 of each one. I've got maybe 200 or 300 different types of codes on there, and I try to explain them before you click on them. But some of them are probably a little bit out of date on pricing. It's hard to keep up with all that coding and do this other stuff, but people buy pretty regularly from there. It's really the only reason I've kept up my TCA Gaming site, just because of all those codes. And every now and then, if you've bought on me before in like the last 6 months, sometimes I'll run specials where you can spend, you know, $50 and get $10 off an order or something like that. So if you're into these codes, you want to go check out the site. I do have a bunch there. Looks like a lot of Unified Minds. Most recent booster pack set. I mean, if you exclude Hidden Fates, which is really like a in-between set. Let's go. Still got a few more of these coming. Maybe 10, 15 more. Unified Minds. Team Up, there we go. Starting to get a little bit out of print now. Just turn the rest of these the right direction. Dull space time. Alright, there we go. So we got a Unified Mind box. Got more packs. Celestial Storm. Check Lane. More Unified Minds. Burning Shadows and Broken Bonds. Celestial Storm. There we go. So there's a bunch of codes. You guys be thanking Matthew for that. And then looks like, oh, we still might have some more codes. So this one, Unified Minds, and the card is Mawile GX. Really cool. Thanks, man. And Unified Minds is kind of cool. We get the, it's like a little way to cover up the card. You get a code, and then another Aerodactyl GX. Let's see what we get on this one. There's your code upside down. And a Heatran GX. Kind of like the way he builds it up. Slowly goes from, it goes from the bulk into some rares, and then you get into the holos and reverse holos, then a bunch of codes, and then now we're going into GX cards. Oh, now we've got us a full art GX Salamence. Man, thank you so much. There's Electro GX, Brownie Face, and it's a Kangaskhan. I think that one had come from a collection box. Hoopa. Oh, I guess I didn't silence my phone. Dragonite GX. Dragonite GX, definitely good. Ooh, we got our first tag team GX. We got Rowlet and Alolan Executor. Remember, we have a handful of GX cards here. Now we've got our Mega Sableye and Tyranitar GX. What do you guys think? You think they're going to come out with a Mega Charizard GX card? You know, I would have never thought they would have brought GX stuff back. There's that one. Garchomp and Giratina GX. I think that's pretty good in decks. But when they brought that back, it kind of opened up the door. Lunala GX. That was from the original Sun and Moon set. Ooh, Tapu Fini GX. One of those 4 Tapus. And Shaman EX. Well, I don't know if this thing's still expensive anymore, but at one point this was like a $75 card. And that was like instant sale. People were buying Roaring Skies boxes at $300 just for a chance to pull one of those things. Glaceon EX. Oh man, I like the evolutions. Pretty good condition too. And it's getting better. Wonder if it's going to keep on getting better. Raichu and a Alolan Raichu GX from the newest Unified Minds. Nice tag team. Let's see what we have here. We still have 1, 2, 3 more cards. Pokemaniac. Oh, nice. And I went through Unified Minds so quickly. I don't even remember this card at all. I must have just sent them all off to PSA. Ooh, a secret rare. We've got us an electromagnetic radar. Then we still have one more card to go. I hope you enjoyed. More to come. Uh-oh. You guys make sure to give this video a like, a thumbs up, because we probably have more videos coming from him. And I think it's a hyper rare. Oh, check it out. Whimsicott GX. It's the fluffy Pokemon. If you guys remember, I pulled one of these and it was like crazy miscut. Well, thanks so much, Matthew. I appreciate all the time that you put into making this mystery cube or box, whatever you want to call it. And I hope you guys appreciate it as well. I mean, he gave away probably $50 worth of codes, and he gave me a lot of